You too, man. What's going on, Clutch Talk community, Clutch Talk family? Today was one of the craziest day ever. And honestly, I was all over the place, man. Ask John, bro, I'm over here calling him like 15 times. This got traded, but I'm trying to be at work. I was late. It was just a stressful day, man. I'm happy I'm back. And in today's video, though, we are going to do something that no one on YouTube has done right now, at least, because I was checking people's videos and stuff. They want to do winners and losers, but we're going to do something different. We're going to stand out. So me and John was talking. It was like, we're going to talk about every single trade that happened today, February 9th. The trade deadline ended at 3 p.m. So 12 o'clock over there with John and 3 p.m. over here, I believe. Correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Right. So there's certain trades we're going to probably go more in details. Some trades we're just going to be like yay or nay and just kind of keep it pushing because there's a lot of trades that did happen today, but there's also a lot of superstars that were on the move that me and John do have to talk about. And I appreciate all the new subs that have came in. I've been seeing the channel growing like crazy, and we appreciate that. Like I said, put on the notifications on because there's so much content that's going to be coming out with the buyout market, with the trades, All-Star weekend, and then we're going to be heading into the playoffs. And we all know how that's going to get real, real lit. So you ready, John?
I'm ready, my boy. I'm ready to get into this. Just like how you said, man, I just want to give a quick shout out to the family, man, because we've been growing. We've grown like crazy as of late. The past couple of days, man, just had crazy growth. So shout out to you guys at home. Like how my boy T said, make sure you smash that subscribe button, turn on that bell because you see we dropping daily. When I say we drop daily, you see what I'm talking about, man. But that's neither here or there. My boy T, today was an active day. You started off the pod amazing. You said you felt overwhelmed. Man, I felt overwhelmed too at some point. I'm like, it's too much going on. I can't even keep up with it. We had 14 official moves happen today, just today. Again, we're only covering February 9th. So for everybody out there, don't be like, oh, what's up with the KD trade, the Kyrie? You know what I'm saying? So only February 9th. Just want to make that clear before we go and get into it. But let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Do you want to start with the one that happened closest to 3 p.m. or do you want to start with the first move that happened from the day?
Man, just start off with anything, John. Let's just get straight to it.
All right, let's get straight to it. Chris Haynes, he reported that Damian Lillard is off the tables. That means he's not going to be traded. This was the first thing that happened today on February 9th. This was at 11:31 a.m. Don't really got much to say here. Dame, we literally made a video of where Dame should go. Everybody knows he should be gone. But typical Dame screwing his career over.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we don't really got to say too much. He's gonna stay loyal to the bone. That is what it is.
Got you. Next transaction that we had here today was between the Celtics and the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Celtics received Mike Muscala, and the Thunder received Justin Jackson and two future second round picks. Any thoughts?
Honestly, John, before a lot trades started happening, I honestly thought this was like one of the most underrated moves that no one is talking about because the Boston Celtics are a contender team that don't need much, but they just kind of need a couple, like one or two pieces that can just help their roster, bolster their roster out even more. And Mike Muscala and Oklahoma City Thunder was shooting close to 40% from the three-point line. He's a stretch big, stretch four. You know what I'm saying? So I honestly love this move. He's 6'11", and honestly think he's going to fit perfect with the system. So congratulations for the Celtics for hardly doing nothing, literally nothing. Because I heard OKC is going to be releasing Justin Jackson. He's not even going to be part of the rotation or anything. So Danny, what's his name? Sam Presti. That's probably one of the interesting moves you have done because you did a lot of good moves, but that move is very questionable. But hey,
man, definitely. I agree with you. I definitely like to move on Mike Muscala, 10-year vet, can shoot from the three-point line, 6'10", big. Any team will take that. Any title contending team will take that. But let's go ahead and kick it to the next move here. And that was between the Bucks, the Nets, and the Pacers. So the Bucks received Jay Crowder. Finally, they freed 99, let my boy out. The Nets received 5 second-round picks. And then the Pacers received Serge Ibaka, Jordan Aurora, and 2 second-round picks. Honestly, the first thought that I had with this was Jay Crowder to the Bucks. That's the great pickup. You know, he's one of those players that if your team is right on the edge of whether you're gonna win a championship or a championship contender, adding a player like Jay Crowder, adding a role player who will do the little things, who will ignite the defense, will dive into loose balls. Is a great player to add. Great add.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I see a lot of teams trading for superstar players, example like the Phoenix Suns, but the Milwaukee Bucks already have their superstar players in Giannis, in Chris Middleton. Well, when he was healthy, he was a star in this league, right? Drew Holiday's technically an all-star. So they already have their players, and all what you really got to do to make a championship team to complete it is add role players. And so when Bobby Portis comes back from injury, that's going to be a huge addition once again. Now you're adding 99, which is known as one of those players that he's the 3-and-D. He brings that energy, nice grit. Like he's one of those players that I honestly think he is fake tough, believe it or not. I really do. But in the NBA, you kind of could get away with that because what's going to happen? They're going to beat you up there. They're not. You know what I'm saying? And that energy kind of like helps the crowd start going crazy, helps the Milwaukee Bucks momentum start going. So I definitely love it. 5 second-round picks, though, is absolutely crazy. If you notice something, John, a lot in this trade deadline, second-round picks were worth first-round picks. Absolutely. Like a lot of them. Absolutely. A lot of them. It's like if you have a bunch of second-round picks, flip them for a superstar or a star, you're going to be getting a star or something out of it. So going to the other teams, what was it, Jordan Award to the Pacers and stuff like that?
Yep, it was Jordan Award to the Pacers, Serge Ibaka to the Pacers, and 2 second-round picks to the Pacers.
Well, I'm gonna talk about it just briefly. I like this. I like the potential that Jordan Nwora has. They rather have Crowder. You know, he's a veteran, been in the finals, has the experience and stuff like that. Jordan Nwora, I feel like he could have fit perfect with the Pacers culture because they're young and still trying to rebuild. They get some draft capital. Serge Ibaka is probably gonna get bought out, and that's it.
Yeah, man, I'm right there with you for that. No real big splashes right there. But let's go ahead and get to the next one. This was between my Lakers and the Nuggets, and that the Lakers sent Thomas Bryant to the Nuggets, and the Lakers received Davion Reed, 2025 second round pick, 2026 second round pick, and 2029 second round pick. I'll go ahead and sound off on this. I was a little bit upset to see Thomas Bryant go because I personally was loving him on the Lakers. That time where AD was out because that's what AD do. He's great, but then he definitely misses some times. Thomas Bryant stepped up huge. Of course, you can't fill a hole like AD with a player like Thomas Bryant, but he did everything he could, man. For a good stretch, was averaging about a double-double, getting to it. You as a Russ guy, Russ was setting him up constantly. He stepped up. If you can get a bench player that can have the next man attitude and say, yo, when the guy who's starting in front of me, when he goes down, now I give him an opportunity to play and he can actually shine, man, you love to have those players. So a little bit upsetting to see that go. I'm confused as to what the Nuggets are going to do with him. I hear that they're looking to waive him or he's looking to get traded. And then Lakers, 3 second round picks, Davion Reed. I'll take it.
Yeah, so to be honest with you, I like this move. And the reason why I like the move is because there was a lot of reports coming out that Thomas Bryant was unhappy with his playing time ever since Anthony Davis did come back. And so Thomas Bryant, I was just talking to my boss about this, and I'm like, Thomas Bryant is chasing money. He's on 1-year deals every single time. So he's not really comfortable and has to take care of his family at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And so he wants more minutes to prove to other NBA teams that he's worth getting paid. And I feel like that stretch with Anthony Davis being out, he showed that. I honestly really think he showed that. But with AD to come back, Darvin Ham to me is not really a great head coach in some sense because honestly, John, you're a Lakers fan. You watch the games. There should be lineups where Thomas Bryant, AD should be in. I think that's a dominant lineup. It's not like they can stretch the floor. It's not like they can't. They can. They can both shoot. They can both dominate in the paint. So I was very confused of why he didn't do it. But it is what it is. And the 3 second round picks, I like to say this. They got all their second round picks back from trading them to the Wizards for Rui. So,
hey man, I mean, in a way, you did the trade, got Rui, and got all your picks back. So, definitely as a Lakers fan, happy to see Rob and Jeannie finally doing something. We're not gonna spend too much time on that. Let's keep it pushing, my boy, and let's get to the next one. Another 3-team trade that is between the Blazers, the Sixers, and the Hornets. The Blazers receive Matisse Thybulle. The Sixers receive Jalen McDaniels. 2024 second round pick that's coming from the Knicks, the 2029 second round pick is coming from the Blazers, and then the Hornets receive, I believe it's Sky Macaulay. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. He's the white boy who was on the Lakers.
Yeah.
Skiva Macaulay, something like that. I can't pronounce it. And then, but he's a nobody. And then a 2023 second round pick coming from the 76ers. Not much on this one, my boy. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, believe it or not, I'm not gonna say too much on this, but the 76ers got Jalen McDaniels, and to be honest with you, the fact that they got that from Matisse Thybulle is kind of incredible. I'm not gonna lie to you. Jalen McDaniels is on the Charlotte Hornets, so any player on that team, their stats are always going to be somewhat better because they're just so bad. But he is averaging about 10.8 points a game and is another big body. So hopefully Doc Rivers does know how to use them and they finally get rid of Thibault. And also, I do want to say this: they don't really need much. You always need wing depth, but they traded him away because who's over there that they really have to slow down besides the Boston Celtics and like the Bucks? Like Kevin Durant's not in there no more. You don't got to stop him and stuff like that. So Jalen McDaniels is a perfect fit, to be honest with you. And then for the other teams, I don't know what Charlotte's doing, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Just Charlotte's a mess. Sam, what's the deal, Sam?
Sam, he don't even post no more. Sam don't post no more because he can't.
He's like, what am I post about? Another loss?
They're nothing. They suck.
Hey, real quick, before we get off Matisse, I do want to say I've seen a report come out earlier saying that the deal was 95% done for him to go to Dallas, and it didn't go through. Boy, I know they got Kyrie. I know that's great, but we all know how much their defense has been struggling. It's going to continue to struggle, especially with losing a player like Dorian Finney-Smith. And you could have added a great defender in Matisse Thybulle, and you don't get that done. Does not look good for you. Does not look good for them. But all right, my boy. Let's go ahead and keep it pushing. This is another one. The Pacers brought back George Hill. It's his first NBA team. Not a big deal on this one. You got anything to say? No.
Bought up. Yeah. He's gonna get bought out. That's it.
Okay. Another report. Westbrook's got some interest in joining Clippers or Heat. I don't know if you want to talk about that a little bit. I know you're a big Westbrook guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it just a little bit. I don't see Russ going to the Clippers just in the sense they just picked up Eric Gordon, they just picked up Bones Highland or Sean Highland, and unless Highland's gonna play the two, unless he's gonna be a starter, I don't know where does Russ fit. I don't know. It depends if he's in the starting lineup now or is he on the bench. We don't know. Miami, I think makes perfect sense. Kyle Lowry's trash. Injury prone, and I think it'll be good. But their half court offense will be atrocious. But
yeah, I mean, as far as the Clippers point, if Russ was tripping about playing time, and I don't know if you've seen some recent reports that him and Darvin Ham got into a little bit. If Russ is tripping at all about playing time and fit, the Clippers is the worst place for him to go. That is not a fit for his situation right now. And that team, the Heat though, like how you mentioned, I think that's perfect. Match made in heaven. He will. I know you talk about Jimmy all the time. Jimmy sometimes won't try or will try. I think Russ is gonna put that dog in him. Like, nigga, I need you to try every day, every day, every second, because I'm going crazy. So you know what I'm saying. I think that'll be great for him.
I don't want to make this video too long, but I think those reports, if you notice, John, and I know you're not a Russ fan, all those reports are making Russell Westbrook look like a bad person. Let's be honest with you. A lot of the reports, even if you don't like Russ. Yeah, even if you don't like Russ, I've seen every single report about him, calling him a vampire on TV. Come on, man.
That's wild. But
wow.
See, look, this is the last thing I'm gonna say about that. I hate when people in the media like bash on the person. Yo, we talking about the sport. Leave with the person out of it. Don't come for him for that, man. But
NBA, fine. The talent, do what you got to do. Don't leave the family out of that person.
Man. All right, next deal, my boy, between the Clippers and the Nuggets. You just talked about it. The Clippers received Bones Highland. The Nuggets received 2 second-round picks. Hey, hold on, bro. The Nuggets are tripping. Bones Highland is way better than 2 second-round picks. Look, bro, a second-round pick, you got to have great scouting like the Warriors, or you got to just find a diamond in the rough, man. Like, why are you giving up a player like Bones Highland, who is a huge microwave coming off the bench for them? He heats it up. When they don't got nothing going, he's the guy that gets something going for them, man. So I think that was a very dumb trade, and I think he'll be undervalued in the Clippers because there are already so many scorers, so many players that do what he does. So what's his value going to be in the Clippers?
So my thing is about that trade, John. I think they said they're trying to upgrade the position. Well, clearly you didn't upgrade the position. You got nothing out of it. Let's get that straight, right? I feel like you made your team a little bit worse, which is kind of crazy to me, unless they have a plan in the offseason, but what does that matter? Because now the championship is to go, you know what I'm saying? But also, I think the reason why they did trade him is because it's internal, meaning inside the organization. I think there's problems between Jamal Murray and him and probably other teammates. Because let's be honest with you, I don't like to judge people because I hate getting judged too. But like the narrative of Sean Highland and Bones Highland, whatever you want to call him, he has that. I'm not even going to use that word. Like he thinks he's about it. You feel what I'm saying? And so the Denver Nuggets organization, John, don't you just look at them and be like, they're just so like, you get to work, you win games. If you don't, like, get out. You know, like, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to get at?
Like, are you saying like they're a little bit like a Spurs situation where they're like, bro, we don't want
like,
nobody coming about that life. Like, we just
yeah.
want Tim Duncan's, Manu Ginobili's, and Tony Parker's like that.
Just win. That's it. Yeah,
Okay. I got you.
So,
I feel you. I mean, I totally understand. I mean, it makes sense. Just looking at it, it makes sense that it could be eternal because if you look at play wise and production wise, it makes zero sense from the Nuggets point of view. But all right, let's go. Let's keep it pushing to the next one between Thunder and Suns. The Suns received Darius Bazley, good pickup, man. It's a sleeper. And the Thunder received Dario Saric and a second round pick. Darius Bazley, underrated pickup, bro. Underrated pickup. He's just been on the team and he hadn't had a chance.
You know what's crazy? He's where I'm from.
Go ahead, represent.
Where I stay at. He used to be here from there, so that's pretty cool. I'm hoping Dario Saric get Barnell and come to Miami, but that's about it.
Hey, you used to be teaching Darius Bazley like a little in between, little tween, or a little side step.
Yeah, he's lefty. He's lefty, man. That lefty dude, he lefty.
Nice. I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's keep it pushing. Another 3-team trade. The Pistons received James Wiseman from the Warriors. Big one. The Hawks received Sadiq Bey from the Pistons, and the Warriors received Kevin Knox from the Pistons and a second round pick from the Hawks. Look, bro, I was just talking about this with one of my homies. I was saying I like Wiseman, and you know what I say. I say Wiseman has the potential to be the next AD if people give him that chance, give him that give him the ball, let him work through his mistakes. But at the end of the day, man, we also know that you got to maximize that championship window, man. So if a player doesn't fit the timeline when you have a generational talent like Stephen Curry, like Clay, what you got to do, man, is you got to do what it takes, and maybe you got to risk the future so that you can get a championship. And I think this is exactly what they did at this move. I'm not gonna lie, when I first seen land Sadiq Bey, I was like, oh, that's scary. They should keep Sadiq Bey. But then they used it and flipped it. Hearing reports now that they're going after OG, but the trade deadline is over now. But talk to me about some of your thoughts with this, my brother.
Yeah, so I mean, if they got Sadiq Bey for James Wiseman, I would have been like, whoa,
Rob.
But that obviously that didn't happen. So they got a second round pick out of it. And to be honest with you guys, I don't think they really sold their future because Wiseman, I don't think had any chance or any hope with the future of the Golden State Warriors future. You still kept Moody, even though I think he should have been gone. But at the end of the day, you still got Kuminga, you still got Jordan Poole, and you still got Wiggins. So that's kind of your future. But there's going to be another trade that we're going to talk about in a few. And this is all going to make sense of why they did that trade. Because right now, if you just hear it, it's like, huh? Why did they do that? But in a few, you're going to understand why.
Exactly. So let's keep it pushing. I didn't want to say too much because they don't understand. But all right. Next one is between the Hawks and the Rockets. Garrison Matthews to the Hawks, Bruno Fernando to the Hawks, Rockets, Frank Kaminsky, Frank Tank, and Justin Holiday.
I don't really got much to say. I think Justin Holiday is a nice wing, and I think Garrison Matthews is a shooter, but I don't think he gets any playing time in Atlanta.
All right, next one. Between the Clippers, Grizzlies, and Hawks. Clippers, Grizzlies, and Rockets. Clippers receive Eric Gordon from the Bucks, 3 second-round picks from the Grizzlies. Grizzlies receive Luke Kennard. Rockets receive John Wall from the Clippers, Danny Green from the Grizzlies, and the rights to the Bucks pick in the 2023.
Yeah, let me just go first, John, real quick. Man, listen. John Wall was talking crazy about the organization. He was going off about them, how he hated over there. And guess what? Now you're on that team. Now, I honestly don't think he ever goes back to Houston in the sense. I think he gets bought out or waived right off rip. But I tell you this, John Wall's career is over. I think he has one more opportunity, if that, John. I think joining the Clippers was a great chance, a great opportunity. He couldn't even last over there. And that team needed a point guard. And what they do, they went after a second-year player because John Wall just doesn't have it anymore. But also, I do want to say this. What's the other things?
I'll read it off. The Clippers got Eric Gordon, 3 second-round picks from the Grizzlies, and then Grizzlies got Luke Kennard. Rockets got John Wall, Danny Green.
Okay, yeah. So Luke Kennard to Memphis. I mean, it's smooth. I don't think he's a great defender. He's a shooter. You did lose Danny Green, so I mean, I'll tell you this: Luke Kennard is better than Danny Green right now in his career. I honestly think, right? Yeah, exactly. So maybe Luke Kennard helps them out. The main thing they should have done was get rid of Dylan Brooks, because even the fans are booing him, John. Their own fans are booing Dylan Brooks right now. But that's not the point. The Clippers, on the other hand, they always go for it, man. I love Ballmer because no matter what, every trade deadline, he's always going to make a move. Eric Gordon is past his prime, but I still think he could be a valuable player, play for the Clippers when he was younger in his career, and I think he's going to produce off that bench. So I love the move for the Clippers because they're going all for it.
Yep. Shout out to the Clippers. Definitely trying to fill that timeline. Championship window. Next one between the Pelicans and Spurs. Pelicans received Josh Richardson. Spurs received Devontae Graham and 4 second-round picks. Man, people throwing second-round picks like this.
Told you.
This
like
year.
It's candy. Like it's candy.
That's
I'm
wild. 4?
Yeah, it's crazy. Pelicans get a nice wing in Josh Richardson. They said they're going to keep him. I like it. They get more defense, a nice veteran that can shoot the three. For the Spurs, they probably just did it for the capital. Let's be honest with you. Maybe Devontae Graham, because he is a little bit younger, stays with the Spurs, or maybe he gets by now. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, to be real with you, I definitely do like Josh Richardson, but in my opinion, if I'm Willie Green and the Pelicans organization, I'm keeping Devontae Graham over Josh Richardson, to be honest with you. But I know that's just me. All right, another Laker one. Lakers and Magic. Lakers receive Mo Mamba, and Magic received Patrick Beverly, future second round pick, and some cash consideration. Look, bro, I'm happy. I didn't really necessarily like Patrick Beverly on the team at all times. He definitely brought pros. Like, there were definitely some great things he brought, but sometimes his just doing too much and just thinking that he's too much of an offensive option, taking step back threes. And I'm like, yo, you need to relax. Like, you're taking a step back three within the shot clock. You haven't even passed the ball to LeBron or AD. Like, chill out, dog. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy he's gone because he won't be making those bad offensive mistakes. And then sometimes he's just trying to do too much on defense. Patrick Beverly's washed, man. So happy to see him. I'm not happy to see him gone, but I'm happy to get a player like Mo. I think he'll get a lot of opportunity. We know what Anthony Davis plays like a freaking first ballot Hall of Famer for a month and then goes down for another month. So I'm happy to see Mo. Mo might be getting a chance.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, there's a reason why you traded Thomas Bryant, and then they got a nice backup big for Anthony Davis. So I like it. I mean, I think it's a little bit overhyped. I think Lakers fans a little bit. I'm not saying John in the sense, but I know a lot of Lakers fans are going crazy about it. Even my video that I just uploaded, John, uploaded like 4 hours ago. It's already at like 15,000 views, bro. Like, the Lakers, any content about the Lakers go absolutely crazy. You know what I'm saying? But on the court, let's be honest with you, John. There's a reason why Mo Bamba hasn't really reached the potential, hasn't played like up to the talent that we all thought he was. And now he's joining a Lakers team. And I like the addition. Don't get me wrong, he's nice backup big, but we all know typically when people join the Lakers, they're not the same no more. So maybe this could help his career, or maybe this is just gonna push his career down even more. But once again, at least Mo Bamba gets out of Orlando, because that team is garbage, and Lakers have a chance to be in the playoffs, and he will be there too.
All right, my boy. Next one. Between the Clippers and the Hornets, the Clippers received Mason Plumlee, and the Hornets received Reggie Jackson and 2028 second round pick.
Listen, this one was interesting to me because I know a lot of people do not talk about Mason Plumlee and the Charlotte Hornets, but John, Mason Plumlee has been playing a lot better lately, a lot better. I honestly, and it's interesting because look at John. He's averaging 12.2 points a game and 10 rebounds, shooting 67% from the field. And I just want to say this, in his last 11 games, Sean, 25 points and 11 rebounds, 18 points, 17 points, 21 points, 10 points, 14 points, 16 points, 7 for 7, 13 points, 10. Like, he's doing his thing. But I like to say about the Charlotte Hornets, they're empty stats to me personally. But the Clippers are like, now we got to back up big, or we got another big body on our team to back off Zubaz, because they don't really have much bigs over there. So I like it. Clearly they're comfortable with Eric Gordon and Deshaun Highland being their ball handlers. And hey, maybe they let go of Reggie Jackson because they know Russell Westbrook might get balling out, and they might want to add him because Paul George is recruiting. At the end of the day, he's the GM. I forgot his name already, but he's going to be active no matter what. Buyout market, trade market, he's always going to be active. Ballmer.
Oh, Ballmer. Okay, yeah, Ballmer. Yep. I was gonna mention exactly that. Mason Plumlee, a lot of people make fun of him. I know he switched to the left-handed free throw and all this and all that. But look, man, I know that he's on the Hornets, so I know they could be like empty stats, but from his season averages, he's averaging 12 points and 9.7 rebounds. If you round up, that's 10. He's averaging a double-double. And now now the Clippers are already a championship contending roster, are adding basically somebody who's averaging a double-double to their bench or to come off for Zoo. Come on, man, that's a great one.
Career year too for him. Everything is a career year for him. Points and rebounds and field goal percentage. So,
and all right, my boy, last one right here of the day. The Warriors bring back GP2 in a trade. Warriors receive GP2. Blazers receive 5 second-round picks.
I'm telling you, these second-round picks worth a lot. I know. I tell you this, next trade deadline, everybody's going to start be like, yo, I need second-round picks, because now a lot of teams are like trading them for good players. But now this is going to make sense to you of what the Warriors did earlier in the day. They traded Wiseman. They didn't get really nothing but much back but a second-round pick. But that second-round pick played parts to get Gary Payton. It's crazy to me because Gary Payton left because he wanted more money and the Warriors just couldn't afford him. But Gary Payton was a very important piece of why the Warriors won an NBA championship. Does a lot of little things to help his team win. And honestly, ever since he came back from injury, he hasn't really looked the same, but I'm pretty sure he's happy that he's back in the Bay with his boys. But not only that, John, he still has the same contract. So he got paid from another team, but he's still going to be he's going to be paying for I think, doesn't it carry over to the Warriors now? They have to pay him?
Over to the Warriors, yeah.
Yeah, so now he's like, Warriors pay me. I want to be here anyways. I'm happy. What can I complain about? You know what I'm saying?
He not.
And another thing
out here too, bro. He grew up out here.
Another thing, too, is Portland selling or are they trying to make their roster better? Because let's be honest with you. They got Matisse Thybulle and they got Cam Reddish, but they did a lot of dumb trades. They gave up a first-round pick for Cam Reddish, John.
But the man who was literally, like, I'm watching him getting DNPs on the Knicks.
Yeah.
They gave a first-round pick. That's wild. And look, yeah, we don't, like how you said, we don't want to make this video too long so that we can get this up and out and everything. But I just want to say this, man. At the end of the day, I get it. You do what you can to maximize your championship window. But I just want to touch on this really quick. The Warriors technically gave up 5 second-round picks for James Wiseman. In 2020, he was a second pick. First round, second freaking pick. That's supposed to be your franchise guy. That's supposed to be your guy. And they just gave up 5 second-round picks for him. That's wild.
Let's just be honest. We're going to end it right here. The second pick was probably worse for them at that time because let's be honest with you, if they take LaMelo, not doing well, and James Wiseman just wasn't being well either way. So,
wow. All right, y'all. We out of here.